Sushmita De.
Thank you, Madam. I appreciate that time is very short, so without repeating anything, I would like to say that the real impact of this bill, Madam, will only unfold in the coming months or the years, because most of the powers and most of the rules that are yet to be made have been delegated, and therefore, for instance, the national transport policy which the Honorable Minister is talking about will play a very important role in the future about what impact as a nation we will actually have on the issue of road accidents, which many of my colleagues have been talking about. I request the Minister that when he does make the national transport policy, the process of consultation should be widespread, and all member of parliaments and pressure groups and NGOs should be invited to contribute to that policy. Very briefly, Madam, that if we look at the international literature on road safety, which seems to be the primary object of this bill, there are 5 basic principles: engineering, enforcement, education, encouragement, and emergency care, Madam. So I urge the Honorable Minister that if we were to take these 5 principles of the International Road Federation as it has been placed in the domain, most of the things have been covered. Initially in his introductory speech, Honorable Minister said that he is going to introduce it in the education system, etc. But I also ask, where road safety and road accidents has taken so many lives, why don't we find a way to encourage state governments that where they have controlled road accidents, they should be rewarded, maybe by way of additional allocation in national highways. If we talk about emergency care, this bill has done well in introducing a cashless treatment to the golden hour, Madam. But I also request that Gadkari ji on many occasions has boastfully said how he has spent thousands of crores on national highway. I request the Honorable Minister that why not, with the allocation of every highway, sir, introduce air ambulances to lift victims of accidents from the national highway, which I think will truly go a long way in saving lives. There are many contradictions in the Act which I hope Honorable Minister will clarify. One of which my colleagues have said, and without repeating, that where a court gives compensatory award that is beyond the capping in the Act, who's going to pay for it? And as we know that premium can be a huge burden. Premium can be a huge burden on the consumer, and therefore, hopefully, it should be taken into consideration. Apart from there, Madam, I would like to say that in 215D, I'm happy to see that the National Road Safety Board has been introduced as per the recommendation of the Standing Committee. But I request that where it says that such other functions which are yet to be decided by the government, I would request the Minister please include setting of standards and conducting audits with regard to roads. Because unless there are audits of the road safety, I feel that this may be an exercise in futility. Also, I fail to understand, and I hope the Honorable Minister will explain, under Section 198A, sir, the liability cost for maintenance of safety standards, where you are giving a contractor or an agency work worth thousands of hundreds of crores, why is the liability only 1 lakh? Or is it going to be 1 lakh per violation? That is a question I feel Honorable Minister should answer. Apart from that, a small standard that could be set is that during the UPA time, 2 world-class projects had been introduced under the net trip project, one of which is in my constituency, Madam, and I am sad to say that for the last 2 years I'm asking the Heavy Industries Minister to appoint a full-time director, but he hasn't. Whereas this Act is talking about automated testing facilities, which is a part of this net trip project. And lastly, Madam, I would like to ask the Honorable Minister that repeatedly, whether it is the Law Commission report of 2011 7, or whether it is a Sundar Committee report, repeatedly it has been said that there must be a national policies for pedestrians and non-motorized vehicles. There's a need for a uniform policy which may require an amendment in the 3 lists in the constitution because there is some overlap. और मैं गडकरी जी को ये कहूँगी सर कि जब मुझे LLM की डिग्री मिली, मुझे खुशी तो हुई पर दुख भी हुआ कि उसी दिन जिस दिन मेरे LLM का रिजल्ट आया सर, मैंने यूके में ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस की भी परीक्षा दी थी, तो मैं LLM में पास हो गई और ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस की परीक्षा में मैं फेल हो गई। तो मेरा ये आपसे निवेदन रहेगा कि जो ये बोर्ड आप बनाएंगे सर, उस बोर्ड के माध्यम से ऐसा एक जैसे ट्यूशंस होता है, एक स्टैंडर्ड ऑन द रूल्स ऑफ ड्राइविंग, एक बुक पब्लिश किया जाए जिसको पढ़ के हम उस एग्जाम में पढ़े और उसको पास कर सके, ये उम्मीद रख के and I extend my support to the bill and I hope that we achieve the purpose behind it.